Hi, you're watching this video because your Top Builder Solutions Contact Us form is ready. You will have received a setup document that includes the information that you need to complete the setup of your form. That document includes 3 pieces of information: the code to be added to your website, how the rules or the rule IDs work for your forms, and we'll explain that in a minute, and any special processing requirements for your form. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about how to get the form on your website. The code that we included in the Word document that we emailed you, and you should get one document per form if you have multiple forms. You just take the code that's in there and you cut and paste it right onto your website. Okay, so it's this iframe code, and that code will have a width and a height. That width and height can be adjusted if you want the form to be responsive on your website. In other words, respond to the different devices that you're reading your web page on, like a phone or a tablet or a laptop. You can adjust the width to 100%. Now, the forms have been styled to match the colors, the fonts, and the overall appearance of your website. And again, they are responsive. So when you add the code to your website, if you can see here, you can see that the fields are in 3 columns, but if you adjust the size of the screen to be smaller, they line up vertically. And that's how our forms have been designed. So that should work for you just fine. Now, after the code has been added to your website, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to set up the rules to govern how those leads are generated. And there's 3 types of rules. There's a fixed rule, and I'll show this to you in a second, and we give you what the rule ID is. For instance, if you have a Contact Us form on your Contact Us page, the rule will be Contact Us, and we'll tell you what that rule ID is. If it's based on the community that they're visiting or they're looking at on your website, you'll have a rule ID that matches the community ID, your Top Builder community ID for each community. And if there's any special custom rules, we'll describe it here as well. So let me show you how that works. So if you have a fixed rule, okay, and you're in Top Builder, okay, you go to Tools and Setup, Manage Online Contact Form Processing Rules, and you'll pick your form. This is the Contact Us form, and then you'll define the rule. This is the Contact Us form rule, and give it a description. There is only one rule for this form. You'll set the status. You'll set who gets the lead, who's assigned to the lead, all the way down until you define who gets the alerts, and then you'll give it an ID. And in this case, you'll see the rule ID says Contact Us. So you put it right in here and say Contact Us. And then after everything is specified in here, which follow-up plan they get, what the priority needs to be, you probably have an unknown in here, the source of your leads, probably website, lead type, contact type, typically prospect, who gets the alerts, and then save the rule. And there you go. And then you can go back here and maintain it. Now, if your rule is based on the community, we'll say that in here, it'll say community ID is the type of rule, and you get the community ID from Setup, Manage Communities, and each community has an ID. So in this case, it's 1104. If you go in here and you want to set up a processing rule for the community, you'll create it, and then you'll put 1104 in the rule ID. Now there's a video that goes into a lot more detail on how this works. This may not be crystal clear. I know it's a little bit confusing, but there's another video that shows you how all those different rules work. If you go to Setup, Online Contact Form, Processing Rules, and then click on this button right here. Okay, now if you have any questions about how to add this to your website or how these form processing rules work, please email support and we'll help you. Thank you.